every day, every wicked, every soul. And the heart and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean flows. When people come out of Asia, to the team in a unification. When the stadium ram bleach at the grandstand, and the meaning of beautification.
It's how we play. It's how we play.
When the stadium ram bleach at the grandstand, and the meaning of beautification.
It's how we play.
For the money, brand new thing. Whole a box of baby burgers, roll up a Burger King, baby burgers. Wow, the taste, the time my BK baby burgers is well.
CVM News at noon. It's Thursday, August 27, 2026. I'm Amoy Harriet. Up first this afternoon, the prolonged drought is pushing water supply systems in Jamaica's northeastern parishes to critical levels. The National Water Commission (NWC) says declining inflows at surface water sources have left some systems producing as little as 10% of normal output, while others are completely out of operation. In St. Mary, 12 of the 13 systems being monitored are operating below 50% capacity, while in St. Anne, 5 of 7 systems are below that mark. The NWC has introduced restricted water supply schedules in St. Anne, St. Mary and Portland. In the meantime, the state-owned water supplier is urging customers to conserve the commodity and ensure they have adequate supply in storage. The government is stepping up efforts to help communities deal with water shortages as Jamaica continues to grapple with the prolonged drought conditions. Water Environment Minister Matthew Samuda says more than 10,000 black water tanks will be distributed over the next year, with a longer-term target of 50,000.
Over the next 12 months, your government will distribute over 10,000 black tanks. And over the next 4 years, we believe we'll be able to distribute over 50,000 black tanks to communities and families that are most in need. We will target areas that are water scarce. We will support the most vulnerable families first, and we will ensure that every household in Jamaica indeed has tertiary storage for potable water.
Meanwhile, the water crisis is also creating serious challenges for Jamaica's manufacturing sector, with some businesses now having to buy water to keep production going. The Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association says the disruptions are making production more costly and could eventually affect exports.
The international market is not waiting on you to solve your problem at home. They have their problem that they are looking forward to solving, and is to have their goods on their shelves or in whatever space in order to sell to their customers, and therefore they want it, and they want it on time. And so this thing about the water situation in the country, I think all hands must come on deck to solve the problem.
To all the news now, the National Parent-Teacher Association of Jamaica, NPTAJ, is again pushing back against a call to make PTA attendance a condition for PATH benefits. NPTAJ President Stuart Jacobs says the proposal could end up punishing already vulnerable families, and he argues that schools should find more creative ways to get parents involved.
Do not take poor people picnic and play around. Do not take what the government is offering to poor people and use it as ransom to come to a PTA meeting. Get creative and get the parents to come to a PTA meeting. Find other ways of attracting your teacher, your parents to come to a PTA meeting. I was the president at KCPTA for 6 years, and Dave Mary at KC will tell you, I had 1,200 parents coming to PTA meeting, averaging 800 parents. I was very creative in getting them there.
And while the NPTAJ boss says the idea would unfairly target vulnerable families, President of the Jamaica Association of Principals and Vice Principals, Linton Ware, agrees that parents must be held accountable.
It is important for us to tie it to your attendance to PTA meeting. I would love for our parents to look at this information very critically and examine it in terms of what is being proposed. The short of it from me though, I think it is very important that we hold our parents accountable. And in holding our parents accountable, it is going to be very important for us to pull all the stops to get our parents to be accountable.
Now, opposition spokesman on human rights Isaac Buchanan says poor Jamaicans are being left behind as the new school year approaches, warning that the government's efforts to ease the back-to-school burden are not enough.
I cannot speak for the people who are privileged, but we must understand that we live in a two-Jamaica society. I could go as far as I don't know how many children in Cooper.
And we do apologize for the absence of the audio there on that clip. We are now continuing the news. Nearly a year after Category 5 Hurricane Melissa, the government says it's still working to verify a number of claims under its Roofs program. Labour and Social Security Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says more than 118,000 assessments have been completed, with close to $11 billion disbursed so far. He says the verification process is taking time as the ministry works to prevent duplicate claims and ensure support reaches the right families.
We're far beyond 50% in terms of where we are in terms of verification and understanding the process. The reality we face is this. You have individuals trying to manipulate the situation. You have individuals that will make a claim in Trelawney and one in St. Thomas. So we have to go through, scour through to make sure that you don't have one individual that is being given 2 grants.
Now, international rap artist Cardi B, who is set to headline the BZR Weekend Musical Festival, will be making her live performance debut in Jamaica at the event in October at the National Stadium. Speaking at Wednesday's media conference welcoming the BZR Weekend management team, State Minister of Investment, Industry and Commerce Delano Seabright says the headliner's popularity will attract global positioning to brand Jamaica.
Cardi B, of course, has 161 million followers on Instagram, my friends. 37 million followers on X, 35 million on TikTok, 32 million on Facebook. 19 million YouTube subscribers and 45 million monthly Spotify listeners. That's a megastar coming to Jamaica, and you have commanded the attention of the government of Jamaica, and you can, of course, expect the full support under the leadership of the Honorable Babsy Grange. So, these numbers are extraordinary because it demonstrates that Kingston can host big events.
Now, the funeral service for businessman and community leader Vincent George Chen is underway today in Mandeville, Manchester. Chen, who died on August 17 at age 96, was the father of businessman and NCB Financial Group chairman Michael Lee Chen. He and his late wife Hyacinth Gloria Chen raised 9 children and together founded Superplus Food Stores, building a lasting family business legacy. Family, friends and members of Jamaica's business community have gathered at the St. Paul of the Cross Cathedral to celebrate his life and legacy. It's time now for a break, but more to come in a moment.
Hi, I am Kendi Pangat.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan? Tired of the high interest rates and the whole heap of loan payments every month? Take a debt consolidation loan from AIM to pay credit card bills and all other high interest rate loans from other institutions. Make one low monthly payment to AIM and take home some extra money in your pocket. That's financial freedom. One loan, one low payment. More money in your pocket. Call AIM today to lower your loan payments. And remember, you won't find a better deal elsewhere. guaranteed.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Welcome back to CVM News at Noon. We go now to news overseas, where thousands of fires are burning across Indonesia, while water shortages and thick haze make it firefighting more difficult. We go now to Al Jazeera for the details.
Thousands of fires are burning across Indonesia, on Sulawesi, Java, Papua, Sumatra, but it's here in West Kalimantan that the fires have had the worst effect. Crews here told us that they're grappling with difficult conditions. The fire spreads quickly through the dried up peatland. They're also grappling with water shortages and haze hampering visibility. Here at this health clinic, you really get a sense of how this disaster is affecting the community here. Most of the patients are young children with severe coughs. Many of them also have irritated red eyes caused by that ash that's falling from the sky. Doctors also say that many of the patients have persistent coughs. Conditions like bronchitis are also a major concern, but they're also concerned about the long-term impacts of prolonged exposure to air pollution. Those include, of course, heightened risk of stroke, heart disease, and of course an extreme risk for any pregnant women in this area. Many of the parents here told us it's been a frustrating process. They've come to these health clinics multiple times because their children keep getting sick. They come here, they get medicine, they get treatment, and they go home and they're not getting any better because these hazardous conditions.
All right, it's time now for a quick break, but stay with us. We'll have more on the other side.
Get ready for school with Chris and Charles. From July 9 to August 31, enjoy a low interest rate on loans of $1.5 and $2 million. Plus, get 25% off the processing fee on loans of $1 million Jamaican dollars and above. You could also qualify for one of 50 ready for school grants worth 60,000 Jamaican dollars each. Visit your nearest Chris and Charles branch or www.chrisandcharles.com for details. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles. Conditions apply.
Need to pass your CSEC CAPE exams to get that dream job or to qualify for university? Then Distinction College is the school for you. We have locations in Kingston, Spanish Town, St. Elizabeth, and Ocho Rios. Start day, evening, and Saturday classes this coming term and sit CSEC CAPE exams for January's resit or May-June. Maths, law, science, English. We have the lowest school fees. Register before the end of the month and win an entire term free. Call us at 354-8560.
Time to get this party started. Cricket, 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 played, 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 played. Louder, 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 louder.
Come to the biggest party in sport and be part of the action. Get your tickets at the local box office or at cplt20.com. Watch it live on Rush Live and Louder, the home of cricket in the Caribbean.
How we play.
I'm me and the stylist, no scam and I style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. You charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Let's delve deep into the issues.
we'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
I am Candy Pang and
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Time to get this party started. Cricket, 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 played, 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 louder, 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 louder.
Come to the biggest party in sport and be part of the action. Get your tickets at the local box office or at cplt20.com. Watch it live on Rush Live and Louder, the home of cricket in the Caribbean.
How we play.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Now, Jamaica's prolonged drought is not only affecting households and farmers, but also the country's small businesses. We are hearing some business operators who are now spending more to get water, while others are having to adjust how they operate because of the water shortages. The Small Business Association of Jamaica says some members have seen their operating costs increase by as much as 30%. The association is also calling for greater support for small businesses as the dry conditions continue. Well, joining us right now is President of the Small Businesses Association of Jamaica, Garnet Reed. Top of the afternoon to you, Mr. Reed.
Top of the afternoon to you. Thanks. And good afternoon to all your listeners.
Talk to me. How badly is the drought affecting the small businesses right now?
Very, very bad. It is the worst we have seen it in many years. We have had many droughts over the years, but this one has been the worst. And it's affecting the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. For example, it's affecting the restaurant, the hairdresser, the barber, and so on and so forth. And therefore, we need to find a way. We need to find a way to curtail the drought and to help our small businesses. Which small business is the engine of growth for the Jamaican economy. And we cannot afford these people to come to go out of business because of the lack of water. We need them to up and running. We need commerce to up and running and for them to serve the Jamaican people. But I just want to say something though. We are recommending that the government find fund to help some of these small operators. For example, some of these operators have to pay between $10,000 and $20,000 per load for water, and therefore the government need to help them to find funds to help them to pay for these water from private source. But I just want to say something though. We've been having this drought over these many years, and I don't think that we're planning effective and efficiently. We cannot just depend on rainfall. Jamaica have over 100 plus rivers, including 9 in St. Ann, including Duns River that is pouring millions of gallons of water in the sea. And therefore, we are recommending that we find a way to curtail those water and put it for human consumption.
Sir Reed,
because
Sir Reid, I'm curious, these higher costs that small businesses now have to pay to keep their business running because of the water shortage, can it affect consumers? Could prices that we're getting increase as well?
Well, we are advising our members not to do an increase in goods and service. But we don't know. We heard that it will be last up to next year, May.
Yes.
And if it continues next year, May, there's no doubt that there is going to be a cost increase for goods and service. So, but for now, we ask them to hold straight.
What are you hearing from your members about the challenges there? What are you hearing from your members about the challenges they're facing, and which specific small businesses are being affected the most?
Well, the most affected are the hairdressers, the barber, the car wash, and the restaurant. Some restaurant has to be closed. We get called as well as St. Anne's, Manchester, that some days they have to be closed up. There's no water. They ask their private supplier to bring the water. They don't bring on time. They can't open. And then schools also will be opening, and then that also could be an impact on the school reopening. Of course, you know, you're going to have the little lady that sell at the school gate and so on and so forth. So it's going to have a great impact on the small business operator island-wide.
You said some of them have had to close on certain days when they don't have any water. Could this become more wide scale in the sense where a lot more small businesses will now have to say...
The drought continue. It is going to come wide scale as the drought continue to affect the island.
And to
if there we don't find a solution. We need to find some solution. I mentioned earlier we can look to our rivers. We have rivers. Dunn's River, who spear thousands of millions of gallons of water going to the sea. We can divert that water for human consumption, right, to help our businesses and so on and so forth, right? The minister said that it's going to continue next year, May. That's going to be devastating if it continues for next year, May. Think about it. We're now entering a Christmas season. Most of our small business operators depend on the Christmas time to earn income. And if we have a water during that time, we're going to have a problem. So we need to find a way to fix it.
To go back to the question I was trying to ask a while ago, Mr. Reid, would it be possible, do you think that come, say, a couple of weeks from now, a couple of months from now, we may start seeing some businesses cutting hours or even laying off employees because of this water shortage?
Yes, it's going to happen because we've been getting call from St. Catherine, St. Anne, Manchester, section of Trelawney, and so on. Montego Bay not very much so, but we have been getting calls from, and these are small business now, for big business like the hotel, they find other ways of providing water for their guests. But these are small businesses who depend on water. I have a member who she do lotion, she do ketchup, and so on. And she had to close a couple of days because there was no water to produce our goods and so on. And so it's going to cause some problems, and therefore we have to fix it. We have to fix these problems as quickly as possible.
You said earlier that you want the government to help with the cost of water. What exactly would this support from the government look like, Sir Reid?
Well, they have to find a way to help these small business operators to keep their doors open and to grow the economy. We cannot afford that small business to close. We're just coming out of Hurricane Melissa, another crisis after crisis. We need to find a way to fix it. So government have to find funds to help these people. For example, you used to pay your water bill for $10,000. Chuck the water for the $10,000 and give them a rebate so that they can pay their bills, so that they can have water to run their businesses.
And do you think, we're almost out of time, Sir Reid, but do you think that some businesses at this time should be doing more to prepare for further shortages, such as investing in storage and perhaps rainwater harvesting?
Well, I'm encouraging my members then to purchase tanks, large tank. I was told that one of the tank company running out of tank, and I tell them that they need to start going production because it's going to happen. And so I encourage my members then to get tanks and get private water source. And And some of these water sources, they are taking the waters from the rivers, and government can do likewise.
Sorry.
Purify the water, work with the water, and get it to consumers.
Sorry, you said the tank company is now running out of tanks?
Yeah, because people is purchasing tanks. People is purchasing tanks to get private water source. They are not depending on the government, but some who are depending on the NWC, the government need to find funds to help these people so that they can keep commerce up and running. We cannot afford to close commerce at this time. We just come out of Hurricane Melissa. We need to grow the economy and build a country. And the water is going to play a very important role where that is concerned.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Reed. That was president of the Small Business Association of Jamaica, Garnet Reed. Thanks as always, Sir Reed, for sharing with us. We turn now to news.